What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from. What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft, how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Shalom, family. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Well, look like a lot more of these Asian stores are going out of business. But you know what I'm seeing, y'all? I am seeing a lot of white people come online and complain that they can't get Chinese food. The Chinese food restaurants are closing. Well, y'all did not want these Chinese people setting up shop in your neighborhood. Now that they're leaving the black neighborhood, maybe y'all can grab them all up in the white neighborhood. We absolutely don't care. Y'all can have every single one. They can come into your neighborhood, set up their shop, and y'all can have all the Chinese food you want. So, what's going on, y'all? And I had to find something out. I found out most of these Chinese joints, they rent month to month. That's what they have, or they have a lease, it's month to month. So if they don't earn enough revenue to cover their rent, what they will do is shut down shop before the rent is due for the following month and they get out. That's what they do. And see, I didn't know they did that until recently. That's why they close their doors so fast when they don't make enough money. They try to get out of there before the rent is due for the next month. So, anyway, there's a lot of closing. We're getting ready to close our doors. And yeah, y'all, never say an economic boycott don't work. It most certainly does. It happened to Target. When did that Target one start? Wasn't that in 2024? And Target has not been the same ever since. It was 2024 because Donald Trump was on the campaign trail talking against all that DEI stuff on the campaign trail. I don't know why they keep insisting that pertains to us when most DEI people on these jobs were white women. So, and believe me, a lot of them got put out of work too, which they don't really talk about a lot, but they did. And Target has not been the same since. And now these Asian shops, see, those folks should never have gotten on video daring us to boycott them. And we did, and look at the result. They are going out of business all over the place now. And, that's what you get for saying we need you. We don't need you. Our culture have our own food. We don't have to eat another drop of Chinese food at all. We got our own cultural food that we've been living on a whole lifetime. Not to mention, we used to really get your food probably just because, that particular day we did not want to cook, and it is filling. You do get a lot, but it's not a necessity. Chinese food has never been a necessity. We got our own food. And he was talking about, We can't use their laundromat. Most of us got washers and dryers at home. We don't really need to go to no Chinese man to wash our clothes. Come on, get real. So, ladies and gentlemen, good riddance. Good riddance. All of you other neighborhoods, if you want them, just contact them and have them set up shop in your neighborhood. That's all. So, yeah, I mean, look, you know how to make that stuff. I mean, I've seen people on YouTube videos even make wonton soup from scratch. You don't have to put no pork in it either. You can make it your way without pork. So, yeah, egg drop soup, wonton soup, you can make all of that, hot and sour soup. And like I said, even if you don't have a wok, you can get a frying pan. Like I told y'all before, I made fried rice. I did it all in a frying pan and it came out great. So you don't even need a wok. If you don't feel like getting a wok, use a frying pan. It works just as good. So let's get into this. So you can see a lot of these shops are either going out of business or they are gone. And people are, going over to where they are and they're seeing the signs in the window. Okay, it just goes to show you we can make things happen when we put our minds to it. I just hope that some of our people that are able to get a brick and mortar business grab up some of these locations because, believe it or not, Chinese people, they tend to be in pretty good locations. And if our people can grab these shops up and turn them into, your store where we can come and frequent and buy products or come and, even if you want to turn it into a laundromat, turn it into a laundromat. You know, I was looking at some of the reports on what laundromats in my area make. They make about $800,000 a year, especially if they're in a good spot. The ones that not live, but they have their laundromats near apartments where there are a lot of apartment buildings and stuff, they tend to do the best. Or if you're near like a college campus in a real busy area, they make good money. Now, I know the ones around here, they're near apartments where there's a lot of children and everything, and they make an estimate like $800,000 a year. And the laundromat, you can go in there day or night. They're open around the clock, 24 hours. So let's get to it, y'all. Give me a one if you can see my screen. And I'm sure laundromats do well in a city area also. Shoot, grab up them shops, boy. If our people can grab up these shops, that would be even greater. Then we really got a lot of places to go to. Thank you.
Hey, TikTok, it's me. So I made it outside. If y'all live in the Bronx, what happened to the Chinese restaurant? Like, I'm devastated. This was my favorite Chinese spot to order from, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, what happened. They were closed for like 2 weeks. I left, went to the Dominican Republic, came back, and it's for sale? Well, for rent? I'm devastated. The best Chinese place on the block. That saddens my spirit. Now these other Chinese restaurants, they can't even fry chicken wings the right way.
This was Hidden Dragon Chinese restaurant in Antioch, California, and it's now permanently closed. And I didn't even know it was closed. Drove up there to get some Chinese food, and to my surprise, I saw a for sale sign, and I was like, damn, they gone too? Wow, it looks like everything's closing in this town. And I thought their food was pretty good when I went a long time ago. Haven't been there in years, and I never looked over to see if they were open when I drove by until now, and I was shocked. So what's the scoop on this? Was the food no good anymore? The service? The rent got too high? What? Something went down, and I don't know what it is. Because at this rate of closures, we won't have anywhere to eat out. So what happened to Hidden Dragon Chinese restaurant in Antioch? Anybody know?
Another Seattle business closed, and it was multiple businesses. So if you guys know where Asian street hall food is at, it's the one in Westlake Center with like multiple little businesses is completely closed. Yes. So I guess someone sent me this eviction notice. And it's crazy because we were there 4 days ago, and then we tried to go there 2 days ago and it was closed randomly. I'm like, it's a weekend. Why is it closed? And there was no eviction notice until someone DM'd me this right now and it was like, hey, like, do you know about this? I was like, I saw it closed, but I didn't know they were like evicted. I thought it was more like maintenance thing or something, but it's gone. It's permanently closed. What is going on? If you guys know the reasoning, it looks like they weren't paying the rent or something. I don't know. But I like that place. I feel like there was always a lot of people there. I don't know. Yes, it's odd. If anybody knows, let me know or write it in the comments. But yeah, we're trying to figure out how this happened.
Okay, guys, stop. Empty shelves. Empty shelves. It's starting to happen. Starting to dwindle. Look at that. Empty shelves. Empty freezers. Empty freezers. Warning, warning. Empty freezers. You better come on down. Get what you can while the savings are still good and while there's still stuff available. Last day is this Sunday, the 14th. That's the last day. So take advantage before all the shelves and all the refrigerators are empty. Peace.
If you're seeing this video, that means it's too late. If you live in the North Miami Beach area, I know you done seen this store before. That one Chinese store, I've been living here for like forever. I ain't never going to this store until I seen store closing 50%. Oh, bitch, I'm in that store. I'm walking around. What can I get? Literally, they had everything. Like, they had everything. They had everything. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough. They had everything. They had supplies. They had pots and pans. I'm like, oh, bro, my OG needs some pots and pans. She need a lot. Like, you seen, look, you seen that pot right there? I think what it say? $39? Come on now. And these the good pans. They gonna survive for a long time. You know these Asian people don't play. They had cooking materials. Come on, like, look at that. Stop playing around. $139, that's a steal. I don't know. But anyways, they had little plates. I'm like, oh, place for me to make my ramen. Place for me to make pho. Like, plates for my sister so she can make her noodles. I had got this cup. Congratulations, you're 21, because 21 was my favorite age. They're so cute. And then, you know, they got the sriracha sauce for the noodles and stuff. They had all these other things. Like, I'm just going down the aisle. I'm seeing things. I'm like, ooh, my sister would love all of this because she got all this at home. And then, you know, they got the things for the pho that you be putting in your pho. And they basically had everything. I'm just in the aisle just looking around because whatever. You know, they had these teas that was going viral on TikTok, the ballerina herbal tea that they were saying, like, if you drink it, you're going to the bathroom. I got one of them. And then they had tea. They had ginger tea, whatever. I was like, oh, this is nice. It was like, I don't know, like fake money, whatever. But I was like, if you see me with this, just know, like, I might be paying y'all with something. And then, boom, I'm in the hardware section. You see what they got. I'm telling you, this store had everything, and everything was 50% off. So it's just like, you might as well come in here instead of Home Depot. Back to fucking cleaning supplies. They had these sponges I know be costing, if you get in a pack, $10. When I tell you, I'm like, man, I gotta come back in here. I had to come back in here. You know, they got decorations. You're probably not Asian, but it's cute to have something. And then they had the snacks. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna give me a little rice cracker. I got me one. Then they had, come on. I'm like, I really was about to buy some of this just so I.
Y'all, I mean, no defense. I understand where she's coming from. She sounds really young and everything. Even if these folks are going out of business, I'm not going in there to give them my money. Just let them go out of business and go on, go their way, and you know what I mean, and get on out of the neighborhood. But I know some people probably will. Oh, it's this off. I want to go in here and rack up on this and that. You know, no. I just let those folks pack up and go. I'm not going in there to buy nothing. I don't care what they knock off the price, because what's the point in boycotting and then you're going to turn around and give them your money? That doesn't make any sense. But let's go on.
Feel like I'm Chinese when I'm at home. You know, the little sauce dishes. They got stuff for the babies. They had like luggage. They had furniture. They had fans. They had clothes. They had hella shit. After looking throughout the whole store, this is what I got. And here's the price. I think I got like what, 5-6 items, $34. Not too bad, not gonna lie. For my sister, she better eat it, cause the fuck. And got this Hello Kitty mat for my sister once again, cause yeah, she like Hello Kitty. And then I got this cup. Congratulations, you're 21. I'm not even 21. The man was like, "You 21?" I'm like, "No, I'm not 21. I just like the cup." He like, "You look 17. How old are you?" I'm like, 25. It's a little dirty, but ain't nothing little straightening can do. So yeah, I'll be drinking this. I got these rice cakes. Ew, it's a spicy flavor. God damn. I did not see that. Bella T is going crazy on TikTok. Cinnamon flavor, yep. I'm finna be sexy as fuck. And I got 18 bags in there. You can't go wrong with the motherfucking sandals. It was like $2.99. So yeah, I got these. I was gonna give me a little outfit, but I didn't want to be too racist, so I didn't get one.
Y'all know them people burning down their businesses. The boycott continues. Have a good day.
Like, Hey, I'm Nana. I have bad news. We are closing. That's because Tuesday, we are closed on Tuesday.
Hey, Austin Asians. One of the most beloved Asian grocery stores, a true community staple for decades, announced over the weekend that they'll be closing their doors for good. To make matters worse, someone vandalized their refrigeration system by cutting the lines on the roof, forcing them into an emergency sale. Everything frozen or refrigerated is half off today and tomorrow. While there, you'll see the owner, and she shares how heartbreaking this has been for her and her family. But simply put, Austin rent has gotten too high to keep going. If you've ever shopped there, discovered something new, or found a taste of home in their aisles, please go support them while they're still open. Let's help them clear out their inventory, share the people's stories, and if you can, vote for leaders who will do something about rising commercial rent.
Well, y'all, I tell you what, I never thought I would see the day when we would come together and boycott another group of Gentiles. And it's collectively, we're doing it collectively. And some people did not know, because everybody is not online. But I noticed once they did find out, many of them didn't go back. But, of course, we always got the raccoons that will get on video. I don't care. I'm not boycotting. I'm going to the store. I'm going over there. I'm get my nails done. You always got those types. I've seen those videos, trust me. I've seen those videos. You always got the ones that are going to be defiant. Mhm. Yeah. So, well, y'all, look like really, to be honest with you, all we really had to do was not touch their stores for probably 2 weeks to a month, and that would have crushed their revenue. They literally depended on our people going in those businesses on a daily basis. They did, you know, and I guess that's what you get for underestimating us. I don't know why y'all thought we couldn't boycott you. We are the masters of boycotting and protesting. I don't know. Maybe when you foreigners come in the land, you should learn our history for real. You should learn our history. And then you will fully understand why we were able to do this. See, when y'all were on videos cussing at us and telling us what we couldn't use, which didn't even belong to you. All the things that you named didn't even belong to you. You were just making it over there in China, but you didn't own the company. So, hey, when we put our minds to something, we can do it. And trust me, this should not be our last boycott. We got more groups that we need to be boycotting as well. And them folks will get around to you too soon. Your time is coming as well. Mhm. Yeah, well, that guy that did that video daring us to boycott them, he took that. He's such a coward. You did all that babbling on the video, and y'all know, what he did, y'all? He took the damn video down. Don't be a coward, and that other one that had on the dark glasses in the car using the N word and everything. She took her video down the next day too. But it also came out the girl had a criminal record. She got charged with I think she got caught stealing, and she got caught um with she got a charge of grand theft auto. I said, how the hell you gonna get on a video calling us a criminal and your ass is a criminal? Go figure, y'all. But that Chinese woman had a rap sheet, and she's calling herself trying to cuss at us. Unbelievable. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I got one more video coming up at 3:45. I hope you're there. Over the past 24 hours, 16 states have reported meteors in the sky. Okay, so we are getting hit left and right. But they did say it's a record number of meteors coming, especially on the East Coast. But these were in a variety of different states and this was over a 24-hour period. So we'll be looking at that at 3:45. Thank you for being here. And Isha 777. Thank you so much for the super sticker and your support for my channel. I deeply appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm also finding out those the prosecutor and the judge, they are MAGA, I think. Yeah, so there's a reason why that case went the way that it did. And How the hell do you find him guilty and never show the video in court of what happened? That the whole thing don't make any sense. And in all honesty, if we were in a fair world, this is where the feds should step in, because obviously, the fix was in when they picked that all white jury. It was in. And as soon as everything went down the way that it did, the feds should have been there the very next day. That's what should have happened. But we know it didn't happen. And you can't look, when Donald Trump had Bob Barr as his attorney general, he didn't do shit either. He didn't do nothing. Anything that happened to us, because George Floyd happened under Donald Trump, and his DOJ didn't do squat. So I don't expect them to do anything for Carmelo at all. It might, they might do something, but it won't be through the Trump administration. And they have showed their hand as far as racism is concerned. But, on the appeal, a lot of things can happen if they get good lawyers. Hopefully, they won't walk back in that courtroom with the same lawyers. They need to kick all of them to the curb and find some good lawyers, good melanated lawyers. You know what I mean? Good melanated lawyers. So, y'all, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you at 3:45. Shalom, family.